Good morning and welcome to Thought-Provoking Change Monday AM, brought to you by the Unscripted Event, an event like no other that is designed by you and for you to help you find your hidden masterpiece. Register today at theunscriptedevent.com. Well, good morning. We will be discussing today success or significance, and what exactly is the difference. Welcome to everybody. Good morning, Mama Mo. Success or significance. You know, we all have our own definition of what success means to us. How do you know that you have achieved the level of success? Good morning, Jason. Unless it is clearly defined what that term means to you. Success can be keeping a marriage together and happy most of the time, all of the time. Success can mean the big mansion, the Lamborghinis, all the good fun toys. Although whatever definition you associate with the word success, it is right for you. But what happens when you reach that level of success? What do you do then? Let's just say that your level of success is to say, make $1 million in a year, okay? You hit that level, you hit that pinnacle, then what? Is life over? Do you just say, hey, I succeeded, I may as well just die? No, of course not. We set new goals. We go for bigger things. You're either growing or you're dying at all times. There is no in between. It's always time to level up a little bit more and go to that next level, whatever that means for you. So the difference in success versus significance. You attain your level of success, but with significance, there's always more. And with success, there will always be more. We will always increase, or you should always increase. With significance, it is so much bigger than just you. Your sights are set on so much more than what can I get? Where is it for me? You are focused on way more than what one person can attain. So what does that mean to you guys? You know, although money does cure most things, it really is just a tool that we use for other things. It is a tool that we use to bless others, blessed to be a blessing. It is a tool that we use to take care of our family. How's our family? Go on trips. I get the pleasure next month of actually going to Irvine, California, along with the dream maker Tony Doty down there, for a premiere of a movie that actually has both books that I have been in. That's a level of success and a level of significance. Thank you, Mama Mo. It's really exciting to be able to see my work come to life. You know, I have a 20-year history of owning a cleaning service. And you could equate the word success with what I did through there, without a doubt. I mean, knowing that industry, we were one of the big boys in the industry. Now I still own it, but it's not, you know, still operating. But my success is really focused now on the significance that I'm bringing. You know, now my whole goal, now my whole focus is to touch and impact people's lives, to help see them level up from where they are now to where they want to be. Being a part of something that is bigger than yourself. That could be a number of things: leading an amazing family, raising incredible children, to be amazing vision filled adults, massively impacting others, and living to see others succeed. Zig Ziglar has an amazing quote where he says, "You can have anything in life you want. You help enough other people get what they want." When you take the focus off of yourself and you put it on others and you help see others grow and help see others succeed, that same growth will come to you. When you teach, you often teach what you most need to learn. It's going to be the fastest way to learn. Last year, I guess technically, it was last year, since we're a couple days into this year, I was voluntold to be the announcer at one of my son's football games. That's interesting because I know nothing about football. I mean, I know you're out to hit a grand slam. Anyway, I'll stop embarrassing myself. So I went in there and I only kept the job for one time. It's all good. Yet, here's the thing. If I would have been doing it all year long, I would have learned more about football in that short period of time than going in and studying about it, because I was teaching from behind a microphone to a stadium full of people about the game that I knew nothing about. The thing is to be significant and be there for others and help inspire others and push other people to pass beyond their limit. Most people want to live in a comfort zone. I know that's none of us. We're all overachievers here. So we are very comfortable with being uncomfortable. And that's the way you grow. So what does significance look like to you versus success? How are they intertwined? How are they completely different in your life, whether that be from a personal standpoint, professional standpoint? What is the difference in success and significance? Let's start with you, Mama Mo. You're at the top of my screen, so we'll start with you. Good morning.
Good morning. I think the things that are significant to you, if you turn them into your passion, that's when you become successful. So for me, healing was significant to me. Healing my mind, my body, my root core issues, really getting to those sorts of things, which created success. And now I turn around, and because of that success, I turn around and I say, listen, here I am. I have this success in my life. Let me help you reach this point as well. So it's kind of like for me, people would look at me and say, I've been successful. We own a very large landscaping and snow removal business. We've had the opportunity to work in Hollywood. I've worked with some of the top actors, Brad Pitt, Quentin Tarantino. I have really had lots of opportunities, and people would say that that is success. But to me, those aren't the things that I feel are successful. I think that it's the internal work that I've done to become the best version of myself so that I can turn around and help others. And that's what is significant, is I did that shadow work. I went to those hard places that we don't want to go to help heal my body, my mind, and my spirit so that I can turn around and help others. And that's where I think the success comes from, is when we do those works and become successful, and then we turn around and help other people.
Beautiful. Love it. Again, it's all about helping others, making your vision larger than yourself. Jason, good morning. To you, what is success, significance, and the difference, or the similarities in the two?
Jonathan, a beautiful share this morning by Jonathan and Mama Mo. That was awesome. I love how you define it based on your values, off of your principles, what's important to you versus what's important to comparison, to being part of the herd, right? And that's like, for me, the first thing, I was in a completely different thought when you, Jonathan, asked Mama Mo the question. I was thinking more in terms of our human needs. Like significance to me is pain. Like if we're leading our life through significance first, like look at me, I've achieved this, then what? You just keep trying to achieve the next thing. And that's what many of us achievers do, because we're achieving so we can be accepted. We achieve, we feel like we get acceptance, and that's not the truth because we're not accepting ourselves, right? Versus being able to say, hey, I'm already a success. I'm already accepted. God's got my back. Now I can go out and achieve. It's a complete paradigm shift, right? And this is a lot of the deep work that I've been living through, and exactly what I was just talking to my wife about. She's like, listen, she's like, I'm doing black belt. I'm working towards my black belt. I'm working, we're taking care of our boys. Because I'm sitting down there like, hey, let's write a family constitution. Like, I don't want to be the one anymore to say, hey, this is what we're doing. Like, let's do it together. Let's have the words together. And for me, that would be a bigger success than having, even though, like you said, money doesn't not help us get to that next level, right? Because we all need that energy. And if we ignore that, then we're not going to have the level of freedom that we want. Because at the end of the day, we all want freedom. We want time freedom. We want freedom. We all want freedom, whatever that means to everybody here. I bet you everyone here agrees with that statement. So that would be success for me. Whatever that means to you individually, it's not based on someone else. Really look at yourself, take radical ownership, whether it's your finances, your spirituality, your family, yourself, your health. It's radical ownership. That's success. If you do that, then others will look to you. Then you can go back and contribute. But if you can't do that for yourself first, then you have no business leading.
Love it. Absolutely. Thank you for that share, Jason. Very
Thank you.
insightful.
Thank you for asking and giving me the space to share. That was a lot more than I intended to say. So,
Well, thank you for sharing. Ricardo, good morning, brother.
Good morning. Good morning, John. How you doing?
Blessed and unstoppable. Always great to see you with us. So we are talking this morning about success or significance, the
Success.
differences of them or the similarities, and what do they mean to you?
For me, I think they're more similar than dissimilar. As Mama Mo talked.
You've lost your audio. Okay. Ken, what about you? What's the differences or similarities of
Can you hear me?
success
Right?
or yeah, we can hear you. Go ahead.
I don't know what's going on with this internet. You know, I'm out here in the woods, so the internet is not always my friend. What did you hear me say?
Nothing.
Okay, hold on. Okay. What I was saying is that I think that they're more similar than dissimilar. Success and significance. Those things that I desire to be successful at are the things that I typically find significance in. You know, so it's one of those things where significance is typically driven by personal values, and you tend to want to sacrifice in the areas of significance in order to achieve success in those areas. So for me, like my family, for instance, John, you've heard me talk about this. My family and the health of my family, whether it's their mental, emotional health, we're believers, their spiritual health, financial health and security, those things are significant to me. And because they are, I have to be willing to make the sacrifices. Being here on this call and there are other groups that I'm a part of is important for the success of all those things that are truly significant to me in my life. Your friendship is significant to me. And so there's an investment in that allows that to have the success that it has, but also will also increase the level of success and access that we have because of the willingness to sacrifice and to commit to doing something that sometimes honestly can be quite uncomfortable. So for me, that's how I see it. I mean, Mama spoke to it and I said, doggone it, she jumped on it first. but I do think they are extremely similar, and I think they go hand in hand in my life.
It's awesome. That's awesome. Ken, same question for you.
I don't think they are mutually exclusive. I think you can be successful and not be significant, but I think success is something you determine for yourself. And to me, significance is how you show up in somebody else's life.
That's awesome. So success is more so inward for you, and significance is more so outward.
Right.
Okay, awesome. Very nice take. Tommy Dreammaker Doty, you with us? What's your difference in our similarities in success or significance?
Hey, my brother, can you hear me okay?
We can hear you.
Okay, first of all, you're doing a great job. So happy I jumped on. Everyone here is incredible. Hey, Katie, how are you? And, I love this question, right? So, we know there's like 6 human needs, right? Like the other Tony says, and we know we rank them all different, and certainty and uncertainty and significance and all that, and I really love what work teaches, like the F's of life, right? Your faith, your fitness, your finances, your friends, your family, right? Your footprint, how you leave the world behind, right? Your following, who you serve while you're here, and your fun, which is you time. And I truly believe life's a balance of the F's, right? So to answer the question directly, significance is definitely a part of life, right? We have an identity, and we live every day, basically to live up to the identity we believe that we are, right? To identify with the people and the way we see ourselves. So that's a key point, but success is really loving what you do and doing what you love, right? And that's defined differently for everyone. So going back to the F's of life, your F of life, say in, fitness might be very different what your 10 is than mine. So I always encourage people this time of year to not just write a vision board or a reality board or whatever you like to call it. Literally write it out what your F's of life are, right? Write on a scale 1 to 10 in each category where you're at. And then, be honest, right? And then write what your 10 is. And your 10 in fitness might be, 6-pack abs, and mine might be the cover of Muscle Body magazine. But at the end of the day, we have something to aspire to, because as we know, the mind's a Google search, right? We don't just get in the car and start driving. You pop something into the navigation. We always start with the end in mind. And many times we do that throughout the day, but we don't realize we should have a goal setting and who we are and so forth as well. So to me, significance is a portion of life, but not the entire deal. And success to me, I guess, is defined as really, again, loving what you do and doing what you love, but also a balance of the F's of life and just being, perfect, whole, and complete.
That's awesome. Incredible. Tony's a dear friend of mine. We met, probably 6 or 8 months ago. Just an amazing, incredible guy.
Absolutely. And so honored to have you in the movie. And by the way, his books, plural, are going to be in our Amazon film. February 10th is the premiere. Love for you all to come out, Irvine, California. A lot of legends from the original Secret, people from Disney, people from Marvel, Black Panther, a lot of incredible human beings that we all know. And Jonathan's going to be one of the features there with his book. So, honored to have you and call you my friend, my brother.
Thank you. Thank you so much for that. Thank you. Lisa Manzo, what's all that stuff on your wall behind you? It looks different than last time we saw you. You had some artwork up there before. What's that?
I did. So I took not all of them, some of my certificates and the courses I've taken over time to improve myself. And I decided to put them, with the suggestion of my mentor, one of my mentors, to put them up on the wall so that I could see them every day. And then the people can see that I'm invested in myself, because if I'm invested in myself, I'm also invested in you.
Awesome.
Like Jonathan says, if you're not growing, you're dying. So I'm growing. I have 3 more that I need frames for, that I'm going to find a home for in my office, and just in a place where I can see it every day. So that's what those are for. And I want you to know that I'm invested in me, which means I'm invested in you.
Fantastic.
Now, to answer your question, Jonathan, so significance and success. So significance for me would be they're tied together, because I'm here to break generational cycles and to teach my family and to teach others to break generational cycles. Okay. There's alcoholism in my family, and since there's alcoholism in my family, even if the person is not an alcoholic who raised you, they still have alcoholic tendencies because that's the only thing they ever known. So unless they work on it and say, and do something different, you're still getting raised in an alcoholic household, whether or not they're an alcoholic, because that's all they knew. So making the unfamiliar familiar and figuring out ways, easy ways, and it's not always easy, but gentle, easiest ways to get people to break generational cycles. And one of the ones I broke, which I did, I started breaking that one 29 years ago, was when I had children. And I always felt, and this is my reality, not anybody else's, that my parents and were parented me through guilt. They wanted me to do something, so I get guilted into it. And I saw when I had children that the grandparents, all four, started to do the same thing, including my husband. So it was me against five, and I did not give up, and I broke that cycle. And so that gives me significance, and I'm a success all at the same time.
You are a success, Lisa, and that is awesome. You know, breaking generational curses is a big thing. It's a huge thing. If I'm not mistaken, I believe that the Bible says that typically they go about 7 years. It's time to break them. I know Kate and I have had several conversations about breaking generational curses, and you know, the buck has to stop somewhere. Congratulations for you saying, hey, I'm the end of this. It ends with me. Good for you. You're amazing. You are definitely amazing. Michelle, good morning.
Good morning.
Success or significance, what do they mean to you?
Well, I actually like what Lisa said and what Ken said. Success is actually winning. So significance, on the other hand, would be helping others to win. So you would have this great impact to help others. At the same time, you have this proudness on yourself that you gave them significance on their life. You could actually act as their role model to help them boost their self. So while I'm boosting myself, I'm actually promoting everyone else around me. Like, hey, you need to move. You have to move forward. You have to keep moving on and elevate yourself. Step up your game and move to that next level of your life. So you're affecting everyone on a positive side. So that's could actually lead everyone to succeed and win.
That is awesome. And real quick, this morning's Thought Provoking Change, Monday AM, is brought to you by The Unscripted Event. It's an event like no other that is designed by you and for you to help you find your hidden masterpiece. Register today at theunscriptedevent.com. Kate, success or significance, what do they mean to you? And here's the beauty to it. It says success or significance. We don't live in an either or world. We do live in an and world. So success and significance, what do they mean to you?
For me, they're intertwined. I hold things that are significant to me more in the idea of values. What is I feel important. I think that success can be a slippery slope for people because they tend to determine their success by comparing themselves to others. And as someone who was in the classroom for 17 years, that was a huge thing that I had to teach my students is your success is not determined by the people around you. It's, I went in to my classroom every day saying, my job is to make you be the best version of yourself. Be better today than you were yesterday, improve. And, a lot of times we worry about what everybody else thinks or what everybody else is doing. And when we do that, we then don't worry about, we lose sight of what's significant to us, what's important to us, and we start worrying about what's important to other people. And that's where that slippery slope comes, is we can fall into a bad cycle when we're not focusing on improving ourselves and success in ourselves, and knowing that our success, I mean, Jonathan and I have 6 kids, and every one of them is completely different personalities, what they're good at, everything. And so we really discourage the kids from, quite frequently, from comparing what the other ones are doing. Because to me, that is taking what's significant to somebody else and making it your priority, when you should decide what that is. And your success is going to look different than anybody else's. And so for me, I think that we really have to understand that those are very personal, and success and significance are personal things, not a group thing. Even though Jonathan and I are a team, and we have our things that are significant to both of us as a team and the leaders of our family, but we also have things that are significant to us personally that still have to be a priority that leads to our success.
Absolutely. That's an interesting thing, because just because you are a couple, just because you're married, just because you're dating somebody, you are still an individual, and you must keep your individuality as well as have yourself as one as a couple. Very important. I remember hearing somebody say, and they had just started having kids. I didn't have kids at the time. And they were talking about how it's more important for them to have time with themselves or their wife than it is to do stuff with their kids. Okay, cool. Also, at the same time, you got to be one as a group, as a family, but you never lose the individuality. And so, because although you're one, you're also individuals. So yes, we do have things that we attack as a couple, and there are things that, you know, I do by myself, and she's my biggest cheerleader. And there are things that she does, and I throw on the cheerleading skirt thing and cheer for her. Rah, rah.
I want to see that.
No, not in public. Every time Lisa picks me up from the airport in Vegas, she asks me what pole I'm going to be dancing on that day, because in Vegas there's a bunch of poles, and you just say, hey, I'm at pole number 6 or whatever. So there's been some interesting things, because I'm all about making people laugh. So there's been some interesting ways that she spotted me.
Sure.
Everybody, thank you for being here. For those of you watching online, let us hear your comments and your thoughts in the section below about success and significance, what they mean to you, what the similarities are, what the differences are. And we look forward to seeing you at the Unscripted event. Find out more at www.theunscriptedevent.com. We will see you again next Monday, same time, same place, at thoughtprovokingchange.com. Everybody have a great week. See you soon.
Thanks all.